Sean for president. Sean for president. Hello, everyone. Ooh, I came over here to be messy. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. That's so good. I did a good job. I did a good job. I did a good job. Hello, everyone. Absolutely. Hi, Tasha Boo. Hi. Hi, Taylor. I like your name, girl. I like your name, girl. Hi, Ruther. Hi, Miss Viola. That's it, right? DJ Ray, hi. Sheree, hello. Taylor says I'm glowing. I am. I'm steady glowing. Thank you. I really am. That's how jealousy looks. You know, because we're so jealous, girl. We're so jealous, girl. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. So the title of the show, we're going to be getting into Tasha K. She interviewed Demori. I hope I'm saying that right. Demori Hadley / Perez. It is Desiree Perez, the CEO of ROC Nation. Jay-Z business partner. Yes, her daughter is suing her, not only her, ROC Nation as well. And, so this is mother-daughter. So Tasha K had a conversation with Demori, and it was a really good interview. It absolutely was. Demori has interviewed other places. She absolutely has. So this whole situation with Jaguar getting involved, saying that Tasha K stole an exclusive from her is crazy work. Because I'm like, Hag, you're like crazy. And not a figure of speech. Literal. Demori is sane. She's a smart woman. How are you going to interview anyone when you need meds? You over there making the song cry. Jaguar, Jackie, bitch, don't nobody want to hear from you. Yeah. You worried about what Demori over there talking to Tasha about. You can't trust her, you can't trust her, you can't trust her, you can't trust her. Did you sleep with your sister husband? Did you go to Diddy parties? To walk motherfuckers out? Because what you say go in that pamper over there, girl. Hag. Imagine interviewing somebody in a Depends. Oh, girl. I said, not you over there angry, pissy. Like, you can't even hold your balls. You can't even hold your urine. You cough and pee. Don't nobody want to hear from you, ho. Nobody, buddy. Okay? We don't want to hear you sing. Why would we want to hear you in a group? You want to be Tasha K so bad. You're just not. It's just not happening. Tasha K is sane. You are not. Correct. You literally thought that you could make a song cry. You really tried to make it. You made it that song whine, but you definitely didn't make it cry. Aren't you an artist? Weird. You know Desiree, right? No. Okay. So yeah, I'm just wondering. An exclusive. In exclusive what? What were y'all gonna talk about? Didn't your son die due to Rock Nation? Jaguar? Oh, girl. Mm. So you got a big grudge. Okay. I don't know. That's weird. But stealing is awkward to say. Are you just saying it because it's Tasha? Because she was interviewed by other people. So I'm confused by that. I'm just like, I guess. I guess. You just want to go at Tasha. Moving right along. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And we're also going to talk about Tisa failed. Uh-huh. See, Tisa failed, correct. Wanted to sit over there on that, whatever you call it, pushing this narrative that myself, Ratchet TV, and others that were liars were not. Not only are we liars, I'm going to pop you right here, Tisa. Okay? No one has to lie on you, Miss Maybelline. Okay? Nobody buddy. Especially me. Tisa, I don't like you. And you know that I don't like you. So let me riddle you this. Please don't ever play on my top because you wear a wig. Okay? It's not fair. I can't play on something that doesn't exist. You having a top is not that. You pulled up to Diddy course scene with your ceiling missing. That didn't have anything to do with me. You and them runny stockings looked a mess. That is very so much true. That is very so much true. Up and down, left and right, each day you were there. You didn't come outside cute at all. You didn't come outside cute at all. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Nobody's lying on you, sweetie. I didn't say that you're ugly. I'll let your man do that. Because again, if I thought that you were pretty or ugly, what does it have to do with who you lay with or not? Because it's not me. So again, I'm not here to judge you. I don't care to. Again, you are again, a liar. And we're going to prove that today. And I'm going to keep proving that. Yeah, see? You've bumped into a lot of enemies here on YouTube. But me, I'm a different type. I'm the kind that can run with the best of them. Ask around. Stormisha hasn't been heard since. I am that girl. You are not. And that's okay too. It absolutely is. I don't care what numbers you have, what you do. That hasn't had anything to do with me, and it won't, because still, with all of those numbers, all of those views, all of the support, you're still a lying ass bitch. Correct. Are you pressed that anytime your name comes up, the word lie is always placed inside of it, sweetheart? Because that doesn't happen with the David Way. Not at all. When people talk about me, oh, he's funny, oh, he's this, he's that, he's annoying, he's not a liar. Oh, no, he's not that. See, credible and Sean goes into the same sentence. You can't put that in with you unless you're putting non with it. That's not my problem. I'm not your manager. I'm not your supporter. I'm not your moderator. I'm also not your friend. Because if I was, I would have never let you show up to that courthouse like that, sweetheart. Absolutely not. That wig was so high. That's all we saw. I didn't even know it was a building behind you because of that beehive you had on the top of your head. Now, beehive. Behave, sweetie. Because again, we don't have an issue. I'm just going to demolish you. Why? Because I can. Why? Because your supporter said that I was already doing that. Why? Because I'm a gay attacking another woman. It looks good on me. Let's see how good it looks on you. Hopefully it's not like that trench coat that you tried to make fetch, sweetie, because it's very so much not. Imagine thinking you were that girl just to go outside to realize that you never have been. Again, those filters were doing you a favor, because outside wasn't. Because when you were out there, again, you look like a middle-aged white woman. I don't take that back, girl. I stand on top of it, because nigga is something you've never been, so that word should not be coming out of your mouth. But you're still over there yakking. And we're okay with that too. As long as you know that I have receipts backing what I'm going to say. I hope you do too. Because if your memory doesn't serve you, I said that you sat online saying that Jonathan Audi passed away. You absolutely did. You may have deleted the video, but you left a little footprint behind, girl, and I am that girl. See, unlike you and your supporters, unlike you and your subscribers, girl, we keep receipts over here. Now, who was this bitch? Yeah, that's you. That's you, ho. Yes, that's you. Correct. And what are you about to say?
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Jonathan Audi, everybody is wondering where the bejesus, where actually are you? Now, I know when I last left you guys, there was a little something going on, you know?
What was going on?
There was a deletion hoax that had Jonathan Audi's name. I know a lot of people.
Deletion hoax that had Jonathan Audi's name. Do you talk about yourself in the third person often? Because the hoax came from you. Yeah, deletion hoax, meaning he's not alive. That came from you. What are you talking about? Hello? But then you came forward and tried to stand because you couldn't stand 10 down on a complete lie. Girl, what else you say?
Why don't you jump in and be like, you guys, everybody calm down. He has a court date. He has to be alive. To which everybody that had a thinking mind was like, you sure about that?
So they came to you and told you that he has a court date. How can he be deceased with a court date? Because I went live with other content creators, and we all stated that Jonathan Audi had an upcoming court date. He is not deceased. He is in jail in the state of Florida. We all said that. And then you come forward, Maybelline, and say, oh, I know there's this deletion hoax going around, and people say that it's a hoax, but he's not in court. So are you sure? No, are you sure? Are you sure you're okay? Because he is alive and well. You lied, not us. And you mad at us because we popped you? Because we're like, yeah, no, he's very so much alive. You literally put your foot down on top of that Jonathan Audi was deleted. That was you. Mm-hmm. And then try to come forward because Jonathan Audi was on a hold in prison because of behavior. So I don't know if he was in the solitary confinement. I don't know. But he missed the court date because you're in jail. How do you miss court dates in jail? So if he wasn't there, there's a specific reason. And it's usually either they're in the infirmary, hurt, like the hospital part of the hospital, or they're in like solitary confinement, like the hole or whatever. So they're not allowed out. So they're going to miss whatever. It don't matter what appointment with the court, with a court or with an attorney, whatever. Oh, you got to schedule all, you got to wait till you get out of solitary confinement. So there was a reason that Jonathan wasn't at court. It wasn't because he was dead. But see, that's what you said. You said that. You said that. Oh, he didn't make it to court. Are you sure he wasn't deleted? Yeah. We sure. Are you? Are you sure? Nobody has to lie on you. You're nobody to lie on. Because you'll continue to lie. So people will see it. But that's what I kept reiterating yesterday was the Jonathan Audi piece. Don't get me wrong, Shanquella was like huge. You lying on that. But Jonathan Audi saying that the man was deceased, knowing that he wasn't, is crazy work. And then doubling down on it by coming forward because he didn't make it to his court appearance to state that, are you sure he's not deleted? Are you sure it's a hoax? Because he didn't make it to court. Did you care to figure out why? Or you just wanted to be right that bad, knowing that you weren't? Who wishes, it's like you wanted him to be gone. You wanted him to not be alive anymore. That is the narrative that was being pushed. So let's not play these games, Miss Maybelline. Don't nobody have to lie on you. You're no one again to lie on. So where's all of these Tisa fail supporters? Where are you weirdos at? Where y'all at? What y'all got to say about that? She said this man was deceased, and not only did she say he was deceased, she deletes the video and then comes forward on a live because he didn't make it to court because she wasn't even speaking on Jonathan at the time. She completely stopped talking about him, although she was talking about him every single day. She went from talking about him every day to not discussing him because she had lied and came and told the world that he was deleted, that he was deceased. Knowing she was wrong, she deleted the video. No retraction, no apology, none of that. None of that. Mm-mm, not at all. She comes forward and doubles down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, oh, I know there's this hoax going around about his deletion. No, it's not a hoax. You are the hoax. What are you talking about? You're stating that as if other people are saying he's gone. You are. You the only person live, Delulu. That's you. Only one in attendance at this crazy party. It was just you. No, we ain't go to that party, ho. We don't know what was going on, what they served, what kind of cake they had, if they had ice cream. We don't know. Because it wasn't a party, but you were there. So, yeah, we don't care nothing about that. We really don't. So imagine saying jealous. Jealous of what? You have to be very specific. Yeah, Moana. You have to be very specific. What? Anyone can do that. Anyone can go live and lie all day. Anybody can do that. I don't care to. I'm good. I don't need to clickbait my audience, have my audience do none of that. So when she tried to debunk her own story, she put out and act like she did. Yes, Alexis, that's exactly what she did. Exactly what she did. Where are the supporters at? Where are these people that say, oh, I like Tisa Fed, I like Tisa Fed, like her. I don't care about you liking a liar. Because that is exactly what she is. There's no authenticity to her. There's no integrity. There's none of any of those things. You should always be weary of a content creator that does not mind lying to their audience. That says a lot about you if you'll come forward and tell your audience a bold-faced lie, knowing that you're lying before you say something and you go through with it like it's nothing. But we're supposed to respect that. If you say something about it, you are a hater. And if you are a man stating that you don't agree with her going around telling bold-faced lies, then you are attacking her as a woman. And if you gay, you're doing it because you a gay man. And if you're doing it because you hetero, is you doing it because you want her. Girl. But I'm supposed to be jealous of that. Are you sure? Like she said, are you sure that Jonathan is alive? Yes. What I'm not sure of, what meds are you prescribed? Because why are you not taking them? You down to town hooping and hollering in New York. That's why I hope Diddy sues her. 100%. She's went around and put all type of hoax on that man. And I can't stand that motherfucker. But she said that he took Jonathan Audi's life. She said it was his fault. Diddy took Jonathan Audi out. What Tisa failed said, not SeanDavieWay. I didn't say that because it's not true. So why would I say that? Like, yeah, I'm not jealous of somebody that lies for a living. Are you kidding me? No, I would be jealous of somebody that's getting coin and continuously going to get coin because they're telling the truth. Those lies will catch up to you. They 100% will. And she will look up one day and that channel will be gone. It will, based off of the things that she's doing. So that's what that word. Why are you blocking people on here? I didn't think we were in front of comments. First of all, I'm not blocking anybody. So who are you talking to? Let's get that together. Let's start there. Let's use our intelligence. In order for me to block you, my hands have to move. They've been sitting right here in front of me this whole time. So let's be a little bit more specific. You want to know why the mods are blocking? You should ask them. Because I'm going to let them do what they want to do. Yeah, I know them. I don't know you. So, yeah, they're going to continue to run amok. They're going to continue to do what they want to do. Yeah, there's no reprimanding. Yeah, they're not clocking in. They just hanging out. That's just what that word. So, yeah, I haven't blocked anybody. I don't give a what you say. Yeah. I've been on YouTube 5 years and still haven't been checked. So if I'm not worried about actual content creators checking me, why would I be worried about words? Because that's what you are in the chat. Words. Oh my God, no, please don't write that. How will I sleep? Oh my God, no. Please don't have an opinion. Please like me. I don't get that. I'm like super mean. Notorious says, I'm late. Who are you talking about? Tisa failed? Correct. Tisa failed. I just played a clip. I'm not playing it again. Because I don't like her, like at all. And I'm staying in the copyright. And with the copyright, I'm well within my rights to play her that little piece of the video. So that's what I did. Just play a little piece to show you that Tisa failed, completely lied. She wants to make it seem as if we are lying on her. Myself, Ratchet TV, and others that, oh no, I didn't do that. Yes, you did. You lying right now. You lying right now. Like when you talk about I can prove it. See, you got rid of the video of the hoax, but you didn't get rid of the video that you did after. So the video that Tisa Fail did after, she was doubling down on the fact that Jonathan Audi was deleted, deceased, that he was no longer alive. And I just played the audio, a little piece of the audio from the videos right at the beginning of the videos done a year ago of her stating that not only was he deceased, he wasn't making it to, or that it wasn't a hoax that he was deceased. It's real because he didn't make it to his court date. How y'all say he not alive? He not even at court. Where is he? If he's not, and that's even the title of the video. The title of the video, if y'all want to watch it at your own leisure, free promotion. Where is Jonathan Audi? Diddy FO victim missing. No show in court. Tisa failed on that channel. So yeah, please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. So that is the name of the video. She doubled down. I'm like, girl, you supposed to get rid of this one too. You wasn't just supposed to get rid of the hoax video. You were supposed to get rid of this one as well. The video you did, because you was lying right here too. So yeah, you didn't just lie in that video. You also lied in this one too. And Tisa failed knows that she don't mind getting paid for telling lies. She don't mind that. So with her not minding, she's going to keep doing it. So I could keep going and going and going and going and going. It's public knowledge that you're a liar. It's public knowledge. When you're aligning yourself with Ratchet TV, okay, this explains much. Who am I aligning myself with? Do you see Ratchet over here? Do you see him over here? I've been cool with Ratchet. I've been not had an issue with Ratchet. I've been saluting Ratchet. What are you talking about? I haven't liked Tisa failed in years before I even knew who a Ratchet TV was. What are you talking about? What? Make that make sense. Like, hurry up. Don't take your time being a stupid bitch, but then when it's time for you to show me that you're not, then all of a sudden you quiet. Then all of a sudden, yeah, know your history. I disliked Tisa failed before I even knew who Ratchet was. Boom. I met Ratchet this year. Correct. So explain that. Explain how I disliked her since the Shanquella Robinson case, which happened years ago. We were never cool. Like, that doesn't make any sense. No, I'm not better than anybody. We're all content creators. Like, this is what we do. I'm not better than anyone. I'm not better than Ratchet. I'm not better than Tisa Failed. I'm not better than anybody. I don't look at it as that type of situation at all. It's about content. Do I have more integrity in my content than Lisa Failed? Correct. Yeah. Now we can compare that. We can do that. My pedigree is way better than what? I don't understand, because I'm showcasing the fact that Tisa Failed lied and told the world that Jonathan Audi was deleted and he wasn't. And then she doubled down and said that he was actually deleted and it wasn't a hoax that she started because she got caught lying and Jonathan didn't go to court. So she tried to make it seem like he was dead because he didn't go to court and he wasn't. Help me help you. I'm confused by that. Like, what am I doing besides showing that she's a liar? I'm not doxing her family. I'm not putting up pictures of her children. I'm not doing any of that. Putting her address. I'm not doing none of that. I would be better than that. I think that my pedigree is higher than me doing things like that to her. Looking into her background and looking for her family and pictures of her mother and father, proving that she's not black and all of that. Yeah, I feel like that's going a little far. But to pull up her own words of her lying and me not agreeing with her lying is What is that? I'm trying to figure out what that is. I'm just trying to see where we are so that we can move on. No, don't time her out. Don't time her. Lily Poi, whoever that was. We're here for all differences of opinion. I mean, you know, we're here for differences of opinion. I don't understand what that means. That's all I'm saying. You know, she probably because she lied through that list. Correct. That's why I hope Diddy sues her 100%. Because she done did things that other people haven't done. I'm not live talking about Diddy taking lives. Diddy ended this person's life? No, it's been a long-standing rumor that Diddy has had everything to do with the Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac passing away. But that's a long-standing rumor. That's not me confirming anything. I'm not saying, I know for a fact that Diddy took out Tupac. No, I don't. No, I don't. But people that were around, like Suge Knight and others, and Keefy D, and they say he did. Keefy D was there. I wasn't. So, I mean, if the person that was there said that this is the person that sent us to do it, it's kind of hard not to believe that individual. But somebody like Tisa failed, that don't know these people, have never met these people, she talked like she was just in their living room the other day. That's how she talked. She coming to tell y'all about Jonathan Audi passing away like she's ever been to a court date or anything like that. At least BJ investigates that surprise witness. At least she went to Jonathan, and well, not like literally to him, but went down to his court date and, you know, stuff like that, and seen him like in person. Gave like, so that I can get down with. But excuse me, like girl, like that I'm not for any of that, and I'm not about to act like I am. So says, who cares what the haters think? This is a job. Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. Like, yeah, I don't even care to divulge in that. And what a hater thinks. Yeah, because we're not over here hating. I can be, you know, but we're not over here hating. You know, it just is what it is, you know. Because I know, like, it makes her mad. I'm waiting for these supporters. Where are the people that was, because we can move on to the next topic. Where are the people that were here yesterday trying to come for our jugular about Lisa failed, about Moana, girl with the bad wig on? Like, what about it? Because we don't care nothing about her looks and what she looks like and whatnot. We don't care that you know, allegedly pretty while lying. Like, we don't care. What we care about is that you're lying. And a person like her feels like she can use her looks and whatnot. Bitch, this ain't no speeding ticket. This ain't no speeding ticket. Like, yeah, this ain't no, well, since I look nice, you guys have to overlook the fact that I come over here and tell y'all bull-faced lies. Like, who we look like your man? Because we're not. We absolutely are not. This is content, and we will like things that are tangible. If I'm going to bring content forward, I'm going to bring things that are tangible, things that are real. You know, all that stuff that we were going through with the Hag back in the day, that stuff was really happening in, like, real time. Like, we didn't come forward making stuff up. Like, no, this is what's going on. And that's why people were so pressed, because we weren't making it up. Y'all was saying for yourselves. It was everywhere. The airport incident, the police station incident, y'all saw all that stuff with your own eyes. Y'all would be contacting us, telling us, you know, what's going on with her. Y'all calling us like, Sean, did you see? Oh, they messaging me, Sean. She bought a pool. The police got her by the pool. You know, all that we weren't planning that. We weren't lying. Like, yeah, we weren't doing none of that. There's no reason for it. Shout out to my boo Dayla. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I love you, Dayla girl. I love you, Dayla girl. When she was in that pool and said, press note 1 if you understand my rights, and 2 if you don't. That was happening in real time. That hoe really went to jail. That's just what that word. Them was fake police and all that. Girl, please. Tisa Fail said that her hair is curly and so I don't think it's a wig. Also, I feel bad for her because she has this weird stuttering with words and getting into the next sentence sometimes. That's what happened. It's called liosis, correct? It's called lion hoe syndrome, correct? LHS, Lord. Is what that's called when you constantly lying. Sometimes you do bite your tongue. You know, that's how Netta got that a list over there in the first place. All that goddamn line. Telling people that he was cute on the phone. Back on the chat line back in the day. He looked like Janet Jackson. Got out the car looking more like Freddie. That's just what that word. Tisa failed. Talk about that ain't a wig. Girl, it is, though. It is. She ain't never came on camera just getting out of the shower, wet hair, all of that. Not at all. So, yeah, we don't care because, again, she swept it down. She's black. She swept it down. She's black. Okay, girl. All right, girl. Yes, but that's what happens when you do all that damn lying. Your tongue. I don't feel bad for her having that damn stutter. Stop fucking lying. And you wouldn't have the stutter. It'll just go away. It'll just leave. But when you constantly lie, sometimes you biting on your tongue, you know, all of that, and I'm like, that's what happened. Yeah, she black kitty corner. She kitty corner black. Because, girl, please. But you know, I don't feel sorry for her. I don't feel sorry for her. Nothing at all. Stop lying. And you wouldn't have that problem. Louses. And so I'm talking about Tisa Felt. Is exactly who I'm speaking of. Miss Maybelline. Girl, please. Yes, Laosis, correct. That is all she got. That is it. LHS, lie hole syndrome. That's it. Some people just lie just cause. They just lie cause the sun up. And that is Lisa failed. Correct. That is what she does. So for a person to be like, oh, well, I don't see you're hating on her. No one's hating. I don't like the fact that she lies. There's plenty of better people to hate on. Trust me. What bigger audiences, and that will bring way more energy over here when me putting them in the title and coming for them. No one is checking for Tisa failed. Not even her man. He would have never let her walk outside like that if he was still having sex with her. So, because not at all. When we would place, oh no, you need to look good. Other people need to want to sleep with you. You ain't about to be walking around looking, hell no. Now, they not going to sleep with you, but they at least need to want to. Nowhere in the world we about to walk in this damn club and somebody will walk up to you and ask you to buy you a drink, because if they don't, it's over. I don't want to be with no female that don't nobody want. Just like I don't want to be with no nigga that don't nobody want. Don't nobody want you. I'm not losing nothing. You ugly. Oh my God. Like, yeah, don't do that. No. No, ain't nobody checking for no fucking Tisa failed. Ain't nobody looking for her. But the people that's in her dry arse audience, that's it. Like, people are tuning in to be entertained. They're not tuning in for news. That's why CNN and people like them exist. Girl, please. It's like you know your man is a liar. Why would you ask him if you look good in this outfit? He lied. Ask your friend. Your friend gonna tell you like, girl, that'd be real. Can you put that fupa up, girl? You put on a girdle. Out motherfucking side. Like, no, you just talk about it gonna tell you the truth. You don't go to no liar and ask a liar. That's like me going to ask Tisa failed right now. Do you think Diddy is gonna be brought up on more charges? It's like me asking her something like that. Knowing that she gonna say whatever she needs to say to lie, to fit the narrative that she wants the outcome to be. Instead of just telling the truth. And just being like, you know what, I am disappointed in how this turned out. I really thought this was gonna be different, da 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 da. No, you have to find ways to still be basic. To still be basic. I'm outside. Don't worry. This Diddy case, it's steaming up. It's steaming up. It's heating up. It's steaming up. But when we come through, we're going to stop. And then once we're going to go through, and then we're going to do this. Because once we do it, because it's going to happen. And after it happens, it's because we're going to do it. And after we do that, it's going to go. Because Busby had said that he had went over to the front of the house. And when he went over to the front of the house, Jay-Z was standing over there. And while Jay-Z was standing over there, Jay-Z had left. And after Jay-Z had left, they said that they had saw Diddy coming through the back of the thing. So it's still possible that Jane Doe is still telling the truth, because in 2007, Good Charlotte didn't remember that they had another concert in 2009. And after the 2009 concert that they had went to, they had went over to the Sisters and this thing. And then then it had happened over there, and then after because then Coachella was 2010, but then you have to remember that because Beyonce was there, and then after Beyonce had left, and then because Jennifer Lopez that came in, and after Jennifer Lopez had came in, of course that's going to be Jay, because why would that be Jay? Because it's also the same thing that happened with Jennifer Lopez, and the same thing with Aaliyah. Why? What the f did I just watch? What'd you say, ho? What? Like, so we're standing in front of the courthouse, and after standing in front of the courthouse, we had just stepped in and they walked down, and then Janice Combs came in, and then she came back out, she came in, she came back out, she came back in, she came back out, and then she came back in with the she had to come in because she had to come and get the king. And then after she had to come and get the king, and then the king had to win the side of the thing, and I don't know, because the twins are evil, because twins, they literally have something to do with this, because if you look at the affidavit, they both own the houses, and since they own the houses, that means that they were doing two. And since they were doing two, it's like how they not being brought up with charges as well, because of the trafficking. If you look at then you can tell the source did, and that's what it said when I had to give him a call. I had to talk to TMZ. And then I had to talk to TMZ, and they had told me this, but said because this is for victims. What? Going back in the court. And once I get inside of there, I'm going to be inside of there. And once I'm inside, because you guys. So then when I get inside of the court, then I'm going to have to run inside of the back of the thing, and I'm going to get back in there because the prosecution, they act like they know me. And they let me through the front because they thought I was part of the team. I'm really not a part of the team, because although I lied and said I was part of the team, that's why they let me in. That's why they let me in the front, because I told them I'm part of the prosecution, and I am part of the prosecution because I asked them questions. The prosecution asked when they were inside of there because you guys. And then every time we got inside of the thing, and then it happened because I talked to the defense team as well, because the defense wanted to talk to me because I'm Tisa failed. So since I'm Tisa failed, I had to go over there, and it's like, I had, and then I had to go over there when they said, and then they had said the same thing, and I had one over there, and it had made sense, because when I had one over there, because they knew they had to did the whole thing on Jay-Z. And then after I did the whole thing on Jay-Z, you guys, and after I did the thing on Jay-Z, and then I came over there, and it's the whole Toast Bunny Beat thing. And then I was like, I don't know. So then I had went over there, I had sat down, and I got up, and I sat down, and I got up, and I sat down because you guys. So then after I had run over to the side of the thing, because I had to go over there because I saw this black guy, and I was just like, oh my God, I didn't want to have anything to do with that. So then I went over to the other side of the street because that's what she was, see my guys. So I had my security come because my security had to come over there too. That made my security left. We had to go back inside the courthouse because of course there was still court going on. You guys. So it's just like, what? And I'm jealous of not having ADHD, or what? Sean, you're just measuring out on the spectrum. Sean, you're just jealous. You're just jealous because you're not high functioning. Yeah. You're just depressed. If you took Ritalin, you wouldn't be as depressed. Like, you're just mad. It's like, her eyes be like this the whole time. Like, she be like, the wider her eyes are, she's telling the truth. Okay, girl. Alrighty then. Yeah, okay. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Ooh, not a lot of Misty. I get my opinion. I kept saying, in my opinion. Okay. In my opinion, that's still my opinion. It's not changing. You can't lie about an opinion. Now, one part of that video that I said that Mr. ate Aaliyah Coochie. Not one part. There wasn't one part of that I said people walked in on him and they was a couple and, right? Shut your bitch. Yeah, shut your mouth. Yeah, you're a weirdo. So, Tisa, you could come in here under your Moana. Yes. Tisa, make way. Ooh, girl, are you mad, girl? Are you upset with me? You should be. You absolutely should. I don't blame you, girl. If I were you, I would hate me too. If I were you, I would. Why I oughta? SeanDavieWay, why I oughta? So it's like, I get it. I get it. Correct. Correct. Right. Tisa been lying at the edge of the water long as she can remember. Always stuttering and never knowing why. Tisa wish she could be an honest daughter, but she come back to the lion water. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, you're mad. You're very so much upset. You're very so much upset. Tisa, if you black, I want to hear you say, ooh, yeah. I can tell off your who yeah if you black or not. Okay? And but I'm very so much, it feels like it's gonna give you guys who yeah. It feels like it's gonna give that. It don't feel like it's gonna ooh, yeah. It don't feel like it's gonna give that. It's Let's call it Negro spiritual. Yes, 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 correct. Yes, I want to hear you. I want to hear you say yes. Tisa failed. I want to hear you say ooh. Yeah. Based off of that, we're gonna be able to tell. Okay, because it's giving ooh, yes. It's giving that. Very so much hair flip. There's so much hair flip. Girl, Leonie, girl, you gotta come in here like, what's today? Friday? You gotta come in here and say that on Monday. You gotta come in here and say that on Monday. Because I plan on having her name in the title every single day, girl. What about it? What about it? Ooh, girl. Can you get on why she lied, girl? Can you get on why she lied, girl? Why she wouldn't lie, Leonie, girl? And she said that Jonathan Audi was gone, girl. She said it wasn't a hoax, girl. She said that he ain't make it to court, girl. You can't impersonate this. I'm gonna use two hands because I can do that. You can't impersonate this. Ooh, not male impersonator. You can't. Oh girl. Boom. So yes, yeah. I don't know about all that. I stand up to pee every day. So yeah, I don't know about impersonating that. Hey, your man. Hey, your man. Hey, your man. I don't know about impersonating all that. Oh, hold on, working with a monster. So yeah, I got like it. I like a little baby leg. Absolutely. Yeah, blessed. Blessed. So yeah, you're mad. Stay that way. So ooh, not impersonator. Ooh, that doesn't make any sense at all. That you know what Tisa is? A truth impersonator. And you're mad. She impersonates telling the truth. Ooh, you mad. Or you upset? Ooh, y'all are pressed with me. Ooh, y'all not gonna do nothing. Oh my God. Ooh, y'all mad as hell and they gonna do nothing. Did you realize that? How do you feel about that? Ooh. How do you feel about doing all of this to air? How do you feel about swinging at the air over there? You could swing out right now, it ain't gonna land on me. Yeah, girl. So yeah, that's very unfortunate. Don't be a basic your whole life. You know, end it. And at some point, y'all gonna have to get over it. That's just what that word. Yes, a truth impersonator is exactly 100% Yes, we live for the drama. We sure do. That's how the checks clear. That's how the checks clear. All right, D. Defend y'all misinformed queen. You guys. Defend me. You guys. So, yeah, that is hilarious. Right, you guys, you guys. Tell the truth. Look at my eyes. They're big. You guys. So, yeah. Anyways. So Lisa felt gross. Moving right along to Jack. So we're gonna get into the Hagar piece, and then we're gonna get into because yeah, we've been live 45 minutes. So yeah, we're gonna get because we're going live on coffee right after this. Right after this show ends. Okay, we'll probably be here for like another hour or so. So because we have to get into this tea, okay, with Tasha K, because this was great. This was a great interview Tasha K did. But before we do, okay, now Hagar making a song. Making the song, making this song, crying. Not my son, not my son. So, ooh girl, why one no hit wonder? No, not ain't never had a hit before in her life. Glorified background singer, girl. Glorified background singer, my girl. You know one thing I can say, Hag, you do tell the truth more than Lisa failed. Oh, you more credible than her, girl. And that's saying a lot. So, yes. So Hagar Riders over that bad built inside of that pamper. Okay? You scream too loud, she on herself. Type of situation. And my girl, get outside it. Thank you for the super sticker. Get outside. Not please do the teapot. Not please do the teapot. Ooh, I got my phone downstairs. Not please do the teapot. I cannot with y'all. I cannot. So thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Yes, please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Oh no, we need a picture. Ooh girl. Ooh girl. It don't do it justice without the picture. Turn on, computer. I am about to throw you away. Do you not want to be here anymore, computer? Because when I hit this button, you were supposed to turn the hell on. Yeah, I am your master. I don't care nothing about this. Why do computers need to sleep? Wake your ass up. You is electronica. You need rest for. What is you thinking for if I'm not even touching you? What are you thinking about? Why are you resting? Get your ass up. Like, it's really sitting here like sleep. Rose. Ooh, I did that. Ooh, got your damn nerve. You really sleeping on the job. You don't wake me, man. I will throw you away. Do you want to get thrown away? Yeah, oh, okay. Then it's going to say, please provide a pen. Can you please wake the hell up? I can't provide a pen if you go to slumbers. Let me see. Let me gotta put this picture, y'all. Ooh, girl. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to cuss this computer. I know I be trying it. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Ooh, yeah. Hold on. Hold on. What did I post? Oh, I think I saved it under fat bitch. Hag's picture. Oh no, not them fat bitches. I'm talking about the one that's in my computer. Not them. I got a lot of y'all. It's a lot of y'all. Yeah. Gross. My documents? No, I got y'all. Oh, I don't think I have it on here. On this computer. Hold on, I'm sure I gotta save it somewhere. Hold on. Because it doesn't have the right effect if the picture ain't up with it, girl. We need the picture. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. We're speaking of the hag because the hag is assuming that, because I guess Demori, which is Desiree from Rock Nation, the CEO, I guess she promised the hag an exclusive. Ooh, I should use this picture instead. Ooh, yeah. I should use that one instead. I think I'm going to. Oh, here we go. Here we go, little. Yes, I'm a little deeper, short on stout. Yes, look, they're gonna handle. Here is my handle. Here and my spout. When I get on Tita, hear me shout. Tip me over and pour me out. Yes. Yes, this is Hagar. I'm a little teen. Yes. Palm short on stones. Yes. Here is my crown royal handle. My life is in this bag. When my diaper, yes, I wear a diaper. I also sang for Jay-Z, yes. I was in a diaper at the time. Yes, look at Hag. Big as you wanna be, and you know she big with it. Look at Hag gross, girl. What were you thinking this day? What were you thinking? Look at them shoes. Ooh, girl. You bring a different definition to them as flats, girl. Them feet stuffed inside them shoes like that. Them bratwursts. With them brats, girl. Look. Yes, making a song, making the song crying. Not my son, not my son. Yes, this is who was promised an interview. This was promised an exclusive with these shoes on. Where do you get those? Where do you get? I was at Dollar Tree. I didn't see them there. Where do you get these? What are those? Hag. Ooh, girl. Pew. Underneath that skirt, girl. Pew. Making my shoes. Making my shoes. Making my shoes. Making my shoes crying. Yes, I'm not the owner. I'm not the owner. Girl, because look. Look. Girl, look at them feet, girl. Feet so swole. Feel like I'm walking on water. Oh, my word. What in the type 1, type 2 is going on here? Girl, type 1 in one foot, type 2 in the other one. Look, Hag. What was the inspiration? What was the inspiration, girl? Ursula. You watched The Little Mermaid? You did. You watched Holly? But for this girl, oh yeah. Oh my word. Oh, you look a mess, girl. Yes. you. I mean, like, what truly, what was. I wonder what would make one get dressed and be like, okay, I'm ready. Why did you think you were done? Who told you that? Like, I would be like, is this the outfit on the way to the outfit? Or is this the shoes on the way to the shoes? Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl, like, let's go. Where? To the closet? To the store? Because, girl, I cannot. Oh, yeah. So, y'all welcome. Y'all got y'all little teapot. Yeah, she hates when I sing that. She really does. She fucking hates it. Like 100%. And, yeah. So, she was promised by Demori, which is Desiree from Rock Nation, an interview. I really don't understand. Like, you're like mentally ill. Tasha K does this interview with Demori. And I have to say that it was a very good interview, right? Now, I see a lot of backlash. There's been some things that have happened, transpired, that, Desiree, which is, hold on, let me pull up Desiree. So y'all can see who Desiree is, just in case you don't know who she is, put a name to the face to the name. Desiree, because that's how it's spelled. I'm like, that is not how you spell Desiree. But okay, go off, Desi girl. Desiree Lioness Perez. Okay, here she goes. So this is Des Perez. Des Perez. Follow me. Make it bigger. Make it bigger. So I can see her. Yeah, we don't care. Okay. So this is Des Perez, and her daughter is in the process of suing her right now. She is the CEO for Roc Nation. She has been handling Roc Nation's affairs for quite some time, but when her daughter was 9 months old, a baby, she ended up going to prison. She got incarcerated because her either husband or boyfriend, I believe they were married, they got into a lot of trouble drug-wise and got charges and ended up getting incarcerated. So she wasn't in Demori's life like that. So, because again, I see the backlash. People are like, oh, that's a mother-daughter. You know, people getting involved in that. People shouldn't be, because that's between them. Like, it runs deep. And listening to Tasha K's interview with Demori, it didn't. It really didn't run deep. And I'm going to get into why. So, we ever, explain that. So, Desiree, with her charge, because she was ended up about to go back to jail, and Donald Trump pardoned her. Here's my thing with Jay-Z. If Jay-Z is like not pro-Trump and doesn't, not is she trans, I cannot. If Jay-Z is so like not pro-Trump and all of that stuff, then why are people at Roc Nation working with Trump, dealing with Trump, anything Trump related? Like, why is that going on, right? Because that's confusing to me. How's your team and whatnot, like Desiree, your CEO of the company and whatnot, is in cahoots with Donald Trump, but you're not. Like, I don't get that. You got Beyonce on stage for Kamala and whatnot, but Jay-Z wasn't there. He wasn't present. Beyonce got on the stage, and Kelly and Tina Knowles, they all went up there and supported Kamala. But Jay-Z did not. Jay-Z did not give his true public support of Kamala. He kind of just stayed quiet. So I'm thinking, like, is that the reason? Because you are in cahoots? So that definitely, like, ooh, that's interesting. Demori was raised by her, Demori was raised by her grandpa, right? When she was 9 months old, her mom got incarcerated and she was with her grandfather all the way up until the age of 13. So her grandmother and grandfather, more so her grandfather, raised her. And she said that her mom was there for her financially. That and make sure I go check out the entire interview over on Tasha K. She said that her mom was there financially, like it wasn't anything that she ever really struggled for or went without food or clothes or anything like that. Like no, she said she was always, good. Her mom always made sure that she was fine. But her mom was in and out of her life due to being incarcerated and then becoming a boss over on Rock Nation and being a CEO of a company to where everybody's at your beck and call. You snap your finger, and by the time it's done snapping, it's already somebody in front of you asking you like, "Hey, what do you want? What do you want to do? What do you need?" And Desiree says that Demore says that her mother is very narcissistic. So, with that being said, Demore explains how there was really never a full connection between her mother and herself because her mom wasn't present. She did want more time from her mom so that she can look at her in like the motherly role, but it kind of just never happened due to Desiree and Desiree's personality. Now, I, again, am only hearing one side, so we're hearing because we're going to get into the lawsuit too. Hearing one side, before that's all I'm going to explain is before we get into the lawsuit. But hearing Desiree's side, or not Desiree, sorry, their names both start with a D, Demore's side, I think that she is telling the truth. I do not think she's lying. I don't think she's embellishing or fabricating things to make her mom out to look like a monster, or anything like that. But her explaining, like, my mom was a boss. It still is a boss. And with having all these people at your beck and call that are waiting for you all the time, you don't have time for defiance, or someone rebelling or not listening to you when you're so used to people doing everything you say. So when it comes to parenting, I'm sure that is really hard. That is not an easy thing to do, to parent a child that is difficult. That it's difficult disciplining a child that you haven't been there for. And that's how Demore feels. That's how Demore was coming from. It's like my grandfather and my grandmother raised me. So they are the ones that instill fear. They are the ones that I'm going to listen to. They are the ones that I don't want to disappoint. They're the ones that are going to tell me to do something and I'm going to do it. But when it comes to you, it's like, I don't know you. That's the energy that I was getting from Desiree. Like, she was saying, like, I don't really know my mom. Like, I know her. Like, I seen her. She would visit me, pick me up, take me places, buy me things, call me, like that, yeah. But when it comes to having a mother, like, I've never had that. Like, I don't, the caring, the spending the time, the being able to, when you know your kid, just a look on their face, you can kind of tell what mood they're in. You may not necessarily know what's wrong with them, but you do know what mood they're in. If they're smiling and giddy, you know why usually, or you want to ask like, oh, what you so happy about? Because you can tell that their energy, how they are right now, they're really excited about something. Or when they're really sad, by them being quiet, not saying much, you walk in a room and they don't even really look up, at you or anything like that. You're like, oh, what's wrong with you? Because normally when you walk in a room, you get a different energy. Friends are like, oh, hey, mom, or hey, dad, whatever. And Demore didn't get that. So it's like, with her moods and when she was going through something, her mom didn't necessarily know because she never built and established that parental connection, that you have with your children. It don't just come like a mother instinct or a father instinct. It don't just kick in. With some people, it happens a little later, like they're late bloomers with it. But when it comes to, most parents, sometimes like right away, as soon as the baby is born, and even before the baby's born, it's like those instincts kick in. So when it's time to nurture the child and raise the child and love the child and be there for the child, you're ready for it. You're open to the challenge. And then you have the ones that weren't as nurturing, or nurtured as much. So they don't necessarily know how to do it. So it's not coming natural. It comes natural to you if you had it. And you can sense it all the way back to a child. Now, again, we may forget things, but our body don't. Our body don't forget. I don't know. Our minds do. There's because so many thoughts, rush through them on a day-to-day basis. But the body never forgets. So your body language, if your parent did something to you, like if they would swaddle you as a child, and you're wondering why you're swaddling your kid, is because it's a memory that you're going back to, but you don't remember the memory, but it's there. It's so there that you're doing it without even knowing that this is why, that you are doing it. And not everybody gets that, honestly. And I think that that's Desiree's case. I don't think Desiree necessarily got it honest. And I don't think it's because of her father and her mother. I think it's some people just go a different route, because Desiree's father raised Demori from 9 months to 13 years old. Demori loves her grandfather, like crazy about him. Her favorite human being is her grandfather. So if she has that much love and admiration for him, why doesn't Desiree? Why doesn't Desiree, like, those maternal instincts, like, kicking in with her when she had a good father, at least? I don't know about the mother situation. But when it comes to the father, she at least had a good dad. Because her dad raised her daughter, and her daughter loves her grandfather. So with Desiree not necessarily raising her, and then her being with her grandfather from 9 to 12, 13 years old, around the time her body's changing, going through all of these things, her mother comes and takes custody of her, and brings her to where she lives. Because, she's doing much better now in life, and, she got a lot together after being incarcerated, all of that. Desiree was spiteful towards her mother. And I don't think Desiree found that out right away. I think she found that out a little bit later. That it was like she was angry with her mom for taking her from what she knew. And what she knew was her grandfather. Like, he was all she knew, all she talked about, all she wanted to be around. And it was traumatizing to her. Like, which is very understandable, extremely understandable. Your everyday going about life, and whatnot, and then all of that is just snatched away within 24 hours. It's like your whole life is being turned upside down. Coming home and coming to your pawpaw each day, and him being the first person you greet, the last person you see before you go to sleep, all of that, and then waking up, and then that's just kind of like non-existent on a day-to-day basis. It doesn't matter if she's still seeing her grandfather. She wants to be with her grandfather because that's all she knows. It's like a kid being raised by their parents, and all of a sudden CPS or something come and take the child. That most kids aren't going to be, open to going to CPS because it's like, I got my parent, like, I'm good. Like, I want to be with them or her or him, type of situation. Like, it's not going to go over well. So that's, kind of how she took it. It was traumatic. It's like, Mom, like, you are taking me away from my norm, my stability. Like, you're taking all of that away from me. And her being a child, she didn't understand. But the body never forgets. So body language never lies. So her body knew why she was upset, but she just didn't know. She couldn't come to terms with being at a younger age and why she was angry, and why when she was with her mother, they're, constantly bumping heads, and all of that. And it's because she is vengeful. She's being spiteful towards her mother because she feels like this is all her fault. Like, first, you're not there for me. You're in jail. You're incarcerated. And somebody else has to raise me. Then I get into a situation to where I'm okay with this individual and these people raising me and looking after me. And I turn this into my new home. And then you come back into my life and rip me from the only sense of stability I know. You have shown me no consistency to show me any stability because you are in and out of my life. My grandfather is not in and out of my life. He's a permanent. He's somebody that is always here, always around. I can always depend on him. And to not have that, because the energy is different. With Desiree, I feel like Desiree should have stepped back more and kind of, lightweight came back into her daughter's life. Not so quickly and just removing her from her natural habitat. Desiree feels like the natural habitat to Demori, but you're not. Because Desiree gave birth to her. Like, you're my child. That's how Desiree is looking at it. You're my child and you're my responsibility. My father has had you long enough, and whatnot. I'm on my feet now. I'm stable and I'm ready to take care of you permanently. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do think that you have to ease I think that she should have at least let Desiree like finish the school year and stuff like that with her grandfather and whatnot, and then like maybe in the summer came down and spent more time with Desiree, and then because you're a CEO, like why are you if you're that busy, like why are you coming to get her anyway? Just if she's happy where she is and everything is going along well, then just if it isn't broke, don't fix it. You made a big mistake in life, which was going to prison and removing yourself from your child's life. You can fix it. It just you have to go about it differently. You can't go about just like bogarting your way and being a boss, a CEO, and whatnot, and then before that being a him. Hi, the Fisher King Payne. I love you, friend. Y'all get over to the official Kingpin and the Lituation and subscribe to my friend, the official Kingpin. And also check out Chasing Reality. He will be on the next upcoming season of Chasing LA. I'm so proud of my friend. I've just been watching him and just like, oh my God, I just love him. So shout out to my friend, the official Kingpin. Get over there and subscribe. The official Kingpin and the Lituation. Okay, make the Lituation Network. Make sure y'all get over there and subscribe to my friend. Okay, I love him. So yeah, so I think that Desiree went about it the wrong way. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So yeah, I just think that she should have given Damori a little bit more time before just kind of jumping in and interjecting and making her feel like she don't really have any control of her own, destiny at that point. And that was just to simply be with family. It wasn't like she was trying to be rebellious and stuff like that. It's just like, no, she's in a good situation. It's not like she's here being mistreated, things are happening to her. So there's no real immediate reason to remove her from this situation. And that is traumatizing. It's enough to where she holds it against you for the rest of her life. And it's like you don't necessarily want that. So go in her energy. Okay, if Desiree wants to come with you, great. There's nothing wrong with that. If she wants to stay longer with her grandparents, then okay, let her stay longer. Come around her, make her feel that she's not losing anything by going to you, by going with you. She's gaining a mother, instead of feeling like she's around a stranger. And that's how I feel like Desiree was feeling. It's like I know that you're my mom, and but I don't like know you. Her grandfather knew her, like knew her favorite foods, knew her favorite color, knew what she don't like, knew what she don't like, knew she get hot fast or she gets cold fast, or he knew all of that stuff. So with knowing those things, you know the kids. So and they know you too. She know her grandfather's tired. She know when her grandfather's gonna be coming home from work or leaving for work or whatnot. Know if they're gonna be going to. She knows all of that stuff. Like So to take her out of that environment, now she has to learn a whole new situation. It's why a lot of people stay in toxic relationships because they fear the unknown. So they would rather deal with the person that they're dealing with because they know what to expect than go out into the world and deal with who knows? Like, I can get with somebody and they treat me worse, or I can get with somebody and they are married, or I can get with somebody, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you force yourself to stay in a situation because you know how to deal with it. Like, I know how to deal with this person, I know how to handle them, so I'm gonna stay here instead of, cut my losses and go out here, heal, and try to maybe meet another match for me one day or another soulmate, for me one day. A lot of people fear that. It's not that they don't want to do it, they're scared. They don't even know how to go about it. The dating world has changed completely. It's not like how it was before, like going out to bars or to friends' houses or gatherings and meeting people and being introduced to people. Like, it's really not like that. The majority of people that are married now and are in relationships are usually based off social media, whether it's an app, or something like that. And not everybody's into that because a lot of people that have been in relationships 20, 30 years weren't on apps. Like, that wasn't a thing, while they were out. So it's not really anything that they're interested in, finding love online. So yeah, but so people fear that. And I think that was Desiree, like as a kid, fearing, going with your mom because you don't know what to expect because there hasn't been any consistency. And I don't think that Desiree built a strong enough bond with Demori to remove her. It was premature. That's what I got from what Demori was saying. It's like she took me way too early. I had been with him since I was 9 months old. And then I go from being with this, all I know, to what is this? What am I being brought into now? And so yeah, I completely understood that. She said that her mom was in and out of her life. And she does admit that she wanted a stronger presence from her mother. And Tasha K had asked her a question. Tasha K asked her, basically, like, to sum it up, like, have you ever had this conversation with your mom, Desiree? And Demore said yes. She said there was times where she really wanted to try to have a strong bond, mother and daughter relationship, because they've been through a lot, and we're going to get into that too. But she said, yeah, there have been times where she tried to, and Demore seems very level-headed, so it's another reason why I do believe that she's genuine, and I think that she's telling the truth. Um, and she said that there were times that she tried to have the conversation with her mom and work it out and try to start a new chapter in the both of their lives. And she said to her mom, it just didn't work. And at first I'm just like, okay, well, what do you mean? Like, elaborate. Like, what do you mean that it didn't work? And then Tasha had brought up the points where, like, I have a daughter, and Tasha was saying, like, I would hate, basically I would hate for me and my daughter to be going through anything like this, because and I've worked really hard, to get my daughter and put my daughter in a better situation in life so that she can have opportunities that people like pray for, basically. Set her up in situations so that she'll be good, and to see a person making certain decisions that you would make when it's your own child is hard. It's hard to sit around and watch them go, basically. So as a parent, you want to kind of take the wheel and navigate, where they go, and because you see more in them than what they realize and what they see in themselves. And I think that that's the issue with being a parent, that we have to go into a kid's mind. Like my son right now, 18, about to be 19 years old. This summer, he's just been hanging out with his friends a lot. I was doing the same thing at 18. I didn't have it all together yet. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to go to college. I didn't know if I wanted to go to a trade school. I didn't know if I wanted to just work and build up my way up in a company. Like, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, and I didn't have all of the answers. So I'm not going to expect my son to do that. But me being older and knowing better that what he's doing right now, a lot of it, he's wasting his time. It's like, you could be further in life, getting ready to do dot, 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 dot. Not everybody's set up that way, right? So because I got it together quickly, because it didn't take me years, to get it together, by 19, 20 years old, I had already had my own place, a car, a job. Like, I was already doing all that stuff. I was in a relationship. I was already doing all that. I had adopted him. I had been taking care of him since I was 17 years old. So I had already had all that. I was already taking care of a kid, him. I was already, taking care of a child. I was doing all of those things. But because I did them, of course he's capable of them because I raised him. But it doesn't mean he has to do it in my time. No, he has to do it in his own. I can't force him to do things that I want him to do because I know better. So because I know that you should be doing this, and you should be doing that, and you should be doing this, and you should be doing that, does not mean you're going to do it in my time because I want you to do it right now. Does not mean that you are ready to do it right now. So my job is to sit here, allow you to enjoy yourself, and then when it's time to kick it in, it's time to kick it in. It's time to get it together. So by the end of the summer, a lot of this hanging out and stuff like that is going to have to cease because you're turning another age. You're already, last year, you were turning 18, about to be 19. Now you're turning 19. You're going to be 20. So now it's time to get it together. And that's what we're going to do. So, and he's cool with it. He's always worked, so that's nothing that I worry about. Now, I would be really worried if he didn't have any work ethic, or anything like that. Plenty of work ethic. Like, all of the stuff that he has, like his big computer, PC, he bought all of that stuff, like on his own. He earned it, his own money, working overtime, doing all of that to buy the things that he wants. Because I always preach that to him. When you work, your money is your money. I would prefer you save it. I would definitely would prefer you save it. Yes, his first car, we bought him, all of that stuff. Like, oh, well, it just is what it is. We need him to be able to succeed, in life. As a parent, that's what I want for my kids. I want for all of them to be good, in life. Because now it's time for them to be, my daughter's 16, about to be 17 next year. She's on her way too. But she just got her CNA a month and a half, almost 2 months ago. She already got, so my kids have a lot of work ethic, to them because they are products of their parent. So with that being said, I feel that with Tasha K saying that, like, she sees certain things in her daughter and she feels like, her daughter could be further, or her daughter could be doing this, or her daughter could be doing that. Well, it's like, well, she will, Tasha, but she will do that in her own time. It's like, you're her mom. So when in doubt, she's going to do what she saw you do. She saw you grind. She saw you hustle. She saw you doing what you needed to do to make sure she was good. She saw the same thing with her dad. She saw her dad grind. She saw her dad hustle. So that is 9 times out of 10 what she's going to do. You just have to trust that you instilled the best values in her and that she will take heed to the things that you taught her. Same thing with my son. That's all I can do. My daughter about to be 18 in a year and a half. All I can do is hope that the things that we've instilled in you, you carry them and you do them. So with Desiree never instilled anything inside of Demore. So with Tasha, thinking how she's thinking about her daughter, Tasha, you raised your daughter. You raised your kid. So you having these expectations for your child is different from somebody that wasn't there, that wasn't present. Desiree don't get me wrong, she was around, but she wasn't present. See, a baby daddy is around. A father is present. Correct. A father is present. Like at everything, try to, be there as much as possible, whatever events is going on or just life. Just there. You got a doctor's appointment, that he's there. Whatever. He gonna do what he gotta do. Okay? Baby daddies pay child support. That's what baby daddies do. Fathers have custody of their children, decent relationships with the children's mothers if they're still not together. That's what a father would do. Work out a situation because you have to deal with this woman. And the same thing with a woman. A woman, you have to deal with this man, whether you like it or not. So get over the feelings because that's done. That be the issue, is all of these underlying feelings and having no closure within the relationship. So having no closure, you're always going to bump heads because there's other things that you want to discuss, other things you want to get off your chest, but you feel like you can't because the relationship has come to an end. But you still need closure. You still need that. You need to define that we are done. Because in relationships, especially when you have kids, you break up, you get back together. 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 So when you break up, and then it's that final breakup to where it feels final, you need that closure. You need to have that conversation to be like, now that we're never getting back together again, what does our situation look like now? Instead of me getting new girlfriends and stuff and you getting jealous, or you get new boyfriends and stuff and I'm getting jealous, us still sleeping with each other and stuff when we know we're not supposed. Like, we need to end this. Because a lot of times, a lot of that stuff is still going on. So there's a lot of friction, that is still within the situation. That's why it takes closure. It takes a conversation. Close that door so that you can fully move on. How are you moving on when the door's still open? When y'all still are exchanging certain messages and having certain conversations and still sharing each other's bodies, all of that. Like, yeah, no, you still getting pregnant by this dude and you still dropping babies in her. And but y'all telling everybody y'all not together. You live on the other side of town with a female. She on the other side of town with a dude. All of it, but she pregnant and it's alleged about, like, what is going on? There's no closure. It's just all type of stuff, going on, So you got to close that door. With Desiree, the door to her being a mother was open, I feel, to Demore. I think Desiree was so concerned about other entities that surrounds being a mother, like taking care of the child, then being nurturing towards the child, being there. A child is only going to confide in someone they trust. So if Demore is not leaving this house trusting you, she shouldn't be leaving. She shouldn't be going anywhere. Because you have a stranger in the car with you. You have a stranger, you're moving into your home. Get to know her. But Desiree being so busy, being a CEO, here, there, flying here and everywhere, and all that, it's like, why are you going to get her anyway? Like, that's what I don't get. I mean, if my mom been raising my kid or my dad been raising my kid and they've been doing a good job doing so, and my child is comfortable, they're good where they are, I'm just going to make sure financially that my parents is good and that my child is good. And I'm going to try to spend as much time with my kid because that's what's going to make my kid feel that I'm consistent. That's what's going to make my kid trust me, is seeing me. And all the time. Even if I'm just stopping over to put them to sleep. I'm stopping over to have dinner. Do their homework with them real quick. Go sit outside and throw a ball back and forth. Or go to a park and swing on a swing set and just talk. Hang out. Go grab an ice cream cone. So just hang out with them. Build rapport. The more you build, the closer they're gonna get to you said, I want you to live with me. And your kid be like, okay, I would like that. I would like to see what that looks like. I'm nervous, it's different, but yeah, we've been getting along famously. We've spent a lot of time together. I miss you when you're gone. So yeah, I would love to come and live with you instead of taking her and she miss her grandfather. Like that's all she think about. That's all. No, that's hurtful. Her crying every single day and night, crying herself to sleep. All of that. You don't forget that type of stuff. You really don't. So it's like you already took being a mother away from me. And now you taking my grandpa? Like he all I got. And you gonna take him too? So with that being said, it causes a divide. So with that divide being had, Desiree, her mother, is gonna feel how she feels and she's gonna be strong in her stance. Because you can't tell a parent about being a parent. Mm-mm. Most parents don't play that. Because most parents are truly trying their hardest and doing their best. So if you coming at them with complaints and whatnot, oh, you could have did this better. And you could have did that. And you could have did this. And you could have did that. Most parents, as long as I took care of you, make sure you had clothes on your back, food in your mouth, make sure you were safe, make sure that I didn't leave you around nobody that was going to hurt or harm you. I did what I was supposed to do as a parent. Because it wasn't easy. So most parents are trying to hear that. If a parent is a single parent and they've been living paycheck to paycheck and whatnot, and you trying to come at them like, oh, we ain't never got no money, or we ain't, I didn't have this and that growing up, we were poor and whatnot. Most parents is not going to feel that. They're going to be like, well, because that's not what they were seeing. What they were saying is, yeah, it was a struggle, to make ends meet, but I made those ends meet. Because there's plenty of people that didn't. We could have been out on the street. Y'all could have been in the system. Y'all could have been living with other people and them treating you badly. But instead you were with me, and I may not have given you the world, but I did give you my heart. I did. Because y'all are my heart. Y'all are my world. Everything I did, it revolved around y'all. All the decisions and stuff that most parents make revolves around their children. Like it really does. If you call me right now and be like, hey, Sean, I want you to come to Miami and hang out for a week. Well, I got to see what's going on with my kids. That's the first thing my mind's going to go to. It's not going to go anywhere else. It's not going to go to, oh, well, do I have the time or do I have the money? Or the first thing my mind going to go to is I have to see what's going on with my kids. I have to see if they're going to be here or if they're going to be with their mom or if their mom's okay with it. Like, that's where my mind's going to right away. Okay? Because I'm not a baby daddy. I'm a father. My kids live with me. They literally, they go back and forth. They live with both sets of parents. They have rooms at both homes. Like, yeah, we don't play those type of games. So, yeah, everything revolves around them. And when it comes to Desiree, business deals, meetings, all of that stuff, it didn't revolve around her children. Going to prison, all of that stuff. How are you considering your kids doing those things? I don't think people go to jail with the intention of being away from their children. No. I think, but most parents that go to prison, that's probably the most hurtful part of being in there, is having children on the outside and you're not there to protect them, look out for them, raise them. You're not there. So I think that's one of the things that when people do go to prison, they try to ignore the fact that they have kids, avoid it because it can be painful. Not being able to talk to them when you want to see them. If they forgot about you, thinking about how they feel about you. Do they not like me? Are they mad at me? For not that can keep you up at night. Already, I'm assuming, hard enough being in prison, but to have those type of worries while being in there, is a whole nother situation. So, yeah, please hit the like, please hit the like. Demore was also saying when Tasha was saying that about her daughter, she said like you're thinking from a good mother's perspective, like somebody that is a good mom and took care of their kids. Like my mom is a narcissist. Desiree is a piece of work. Is what she was leading to and what she was saying basically to Tasha. Like, yeah, no, I'm dealing with a manipulating, gaslighting narcissist that has been running people for a very long time. She went from calling shots, selling drugs, to calling shots, being a CEO of one of the biggest companies in the world. So that's the type of personality that we're dealing with here. And Tasha K and Desiree, in that way, to me, are similar when it comes to like being bosses. Tasha K has a brand, she runs a company. She has multiple businesses, you know, that she's running and whatnot. So she's like the CEO of her own, you know, situation. So she can see, you know, kind of where Desiree is coming from, and I think that that's why some of Tasha K's questions and were correlated to her being a mother herself, because she's just like, okay, well, you know, because you know, as being a mom myself and you know being a boss, you know, on my own, you know, I see certain things with my kids, but it's not me trying to like put them down or anything like that, or me not believing in them. I believe in them so much that hell, when I see them doing things that I know that they know better or should know better, I'm gonna step in. I want to step in and you know kind of take control and be like, look, this is what you need to be doing. Stop doing this, you need to be doing that. You know, so but again, Tasha raised her kids from ground up. Desiree did not. So I mean, there's that. So that's where her and Tasha differ, is that Tasha has been a consistent parent her children's entire lives. So Tasha's daughter is going to have a different type of respect when it comes to her mother. She's going to listen differently. She's going to take notes differently than how Demori might do it when Desiree's speaking. You know, Desiree might be sitting there talking and Demori completely check out. You know, just start daydreaming or thinking about something else because she doesn't necessarily respect the person that's trying to like either reprimand or tell her what to do. So it's like if she don't really respect Desiree like that, so there would be no reason for her to. Now I from what I got now, I don't know if Demori was disrespectful to her mother, because even if your parent isn't there, I know it's hard not to be disrespectful, but I don't agree with a child being disrespectful because their parent wasn't there. Like, you have to give them, if you are a minor, like, you have to give them the opportunity to be able to change whatever the situation was. And if you have this ornery kid that is still so hurt and upset but don't know how to express it about you not being there, then they are going to be extremely combative. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So with those type of children, you have to be patient with them. And I think that Desiree didn't have the time. Desiree said, look at here. You gonna start listening to me today. I don't care that I wasn't there. Oh, well, that already happened. You still my daughter. You live underneath my roof, and you're gonna listen to what I say. You're gonna do what I say. I think that was Desiree's energy. I don't think Desiree's energy was like open and patient. It doesn't give that, because I think that Demori will feel differently about her mom. Because again, Demori is a very complex but well understood individual. She has a good head on her shoulders. You know, I think that I don't think she's doing this for an issue. I think that she's suing her mom and Rock Nation to get rid of a lot of the issues that was already birthed prior. You know, because she's had a lot of drama with her mom when it came to her and her husband. Because Demori is married. Hold on, let's get into that. Demori is married, and allegedly her mom made allegations against her husband. It went so far as it even went to court. Police and lawyers and, you know, all of that stuff had to get involved. Desiree was locked up pretty much in a mental ward because, not Desiree, Demori was locked up in a mental ward pretty much because Desiree placed her there on a hold. So it runs deep. It definitely runs deep. So let's get into that, so we can understand, because when people are just like, you know, how can you sue your mother and all of that? Again, if your parent is not there for you, they do not feel like a parent. It's like, yes, I know that I came out of this person. That's why it's important to be there when they're young. Because once a teenager becomes a teenager, once a child starts forming their own opinion, if you have not been there, it is a wrap for you. It is a wrap for you. It's going to be so hard to get them it's gonna be hard, real hard. And then she got Desiree at 13. You got her at damn near one of the worst ages. With her body changing, she's starting to smell herself. She's starting to realize that she can make her own decisions about certain things in her life, that her body belongs to her, and you know, all of that. This is the wrong time, you know, to be trying to come in and try to tell somebody what to do. You know, like, you got to do it way before that. It's very essential to be there between like being firstborn because the nurturing is everything. And I would say at least like 8 years old. Like you gotta be there. You miss from 0 to 8, good luck. Good luck to you because they already know in the world. They're learning the world. They're hearing that if a parent isn't there for you, that they're a bad parent. They're hearing that if your parent goes to prison, that that's a bad place to go. And when people lie to the kids, it makes it worse. When you're saying like, "Oh, they're too young to understand," no, they're not. They're not too young to understand that somebody did something bad. Why do people feel like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell them that their parent went to a camp. I'm gonna tell them that their parent went away to the..." For what? Why are you telling them that? Because you telling them that now you're betraying them. You are. We cannot sit here and tell them, "Don't lie, don't do this, tell me the truth, don't you look at me and tell me no bullface lie." You cannot preach that to someone and then do it to them at a young age, and then they find out at a young age that you have deceived them. Like, don't do that. That's how liars are born. Most liars are born from being lied to, and by somebody they trust. Not a stranger. That's really not going to affect much. But somebody they trust lying to them births liars. Kids are sponges. They pick up on everything we do, everything we say, our mannerisms, everything. They're picking it up. They're watching. And they're doing what they see. If you a mom and you standing in front of that TV twerking to every song that come on, don't be surprised if your 2-year-old start dipping. Don't be shocked. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you play this rap song over and 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 over. All of a sudden, your 3-year-old singing WAP. They're literally sitting there drinking it in. So if you're hearing a song and you don't know the words to the song, you're gonna do what? Listen. As you're listening, you're gonna pick it up. That's why they call songs catchy, easy to remember. So if you remember it easily, why wouldn't your kid? So now your kid at school having inappropriate conversations, swearing, using profanity, and knowing how to use it, all of that, and then the school call you and you want to cuss them out. Why? If you and your man wasn't sitting there having grown conversations, or you and your woman wasn't sitting there having grown conversations in front of a 5-year-old, maybe they wouldn't be at school calling people the B word. Maybe they wouldn't be at school calling people MFers, all of that, and hoes, and maybe they wouldn't be doing all that if they wasn't hearing it. Maybe they wouldn't be smoking cigarettes and weed and all of that stuff already if they weren't seeing it. If you weren't constantly smoking cigarettes in front of them and weed and setting ducks and stuff, weed roaches and stuff in front of them and leaving sacks and stuff, maybe they wouldn't be doing that already. Maybe they wouldn't be a stone cold alcoholic if you didn't have a full liquor cabinet all the time, restocked. Maybe they wouldn't be if they didn't constantly see you drunk. Maybe they wouldn't. Maybe they wouldn't be 15 years old already with DUIs. 14 and whatnot, minor consumptions, and so sponges. So with Desiree, I think her characteristics are from her grandfather. She's a sponge of him. Her being the good person she is, not Desiree, Demori. Her being the good person she is, I think she's like that because that's who her grandfather taught her to be. That's what she saw. She saw a good person. She became a good person. I think Demori wants to, push to be more so of an entrepreneur because she talks about her grandfather being an entrepreneur. So yeah, I could definitely see it. So let's get into this. Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez sued by daughter. Demori Hadley sues Roc Nation CEO Desiree for alleged false detainment under Florida mental health laws. Okay. Desiree Perez, CEO and co-founder of Roc Nation, is facing serious legal allegations from her daughter, Demori Hadley, who has filed a lawsuit claiming Perez used unlawful methods to have her falsely detained under Florida Bakers Act and March Man Act. The report, originally published by NBC 6, South Florida, outlines accusations that Perez manipulated the system using her influence and resources. According to the lawsuit, Hadley alleges she was institutionalized in mental health facilities for 2 decades without clear justification. Now, I do want to say this. Desiree, which is, please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like, again, the CEO of Rock Nation, she is a crook, right? So a crook turned CEO is how I look at Desiree. I look at Jay-Z the same way. A crook turned mogul. He was definitely selling drugs and whatnot. He wasn't just rapping about it, he was rapping about his life. Period. Not only was he rapping about his life and saying how he used to slang and all of that stuff, it would make sense for him to bring in a fellow criminal to work right along with him. This is why I believe Tory Lanez. Desiree is a crook. So what happened with Megan the Pegasus, I feel that a crook is going to make her client look well. A crook isn't going to do what's right. So I'm a firm believer that with her being crooked and manipulating the system and manipulating people into doing her bidding, it's because she's extremely powerful. It's the same thing here. Demore says that her mom utilized her power to get her falsely institutionalized because of spite or anger within that moment in time. So I do think that this isn't the first nor last time Desiree has used her power and influence to get what she wants. According to the lawsuit, Hadley alleged she was institutionalized in the mental health facilities for 2 weeks without clear justification. She submitted medical documentation and body camera footage that allegedly shows a mobile crisis unit instructing her to enter a gray pickup truck. A doctor later evaluated Hadley, referencing family statements, including those from Perez and an aunt, that claimed she had attempted an overdose the previous night. Now, this is why I'm confused by them institutionalizing her, because if she had tried to do an OD, wouldn't they be able to see that the drugs are in her system? Wouldn't they be able to see that? So if they said that she was trying to purposefully OD and basically take her own life, wouldn't they be able to prove that? Because it's given they couldn't prove it. A doctor later evaluated Hadley, referencing family statements, including those from Perez and an aunt, that claimed she attempted an overdose the previous night. Weird. Hadley's lawsuit further accuses Perez of leveraging her wealth and status to interfere in her marriage to Javon Hadley, alleging that Perez fabricated DV claims to separate the couple. In response, Perez had previously filed her own lawsuit against Javon, alleging that he had abused Hadley for years. Both Hadley and her husband deny these claims. How you gonna tell your daughter she in a DV situation? If she's in a DV situation, if you know it, Desiree, others would. How do you know this, but nobody else does? Weird. Hadley stated, "I haven't seen anything my entire 20 years of practicing law that is so clear that someone did something wrong." He also referenced in an 11-page memorandum from the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office that reportedly criticized Perez's accusations as false and unsupported by evidence. So again, there's no evidence to state that Demore has been in a DV relationship with her husband. But since Desiree allegedly didn't want Demore with him, she filed false DV accusations against Javon and even tried to sue him for doing these things to her daughter with no evidence that any of this ever transpired. Not any bruising, any pictures of him, a video of him at least like yelling at her or threatening her, nothing. Literally nothing. That is weird. Hadley was released from Heather was released from the last of her mental health detentions in April after Perez dismissed the case. Why are you dismissing it if it's true? That don't make sense either. It's like, wow, what are we doing here? The legal battle continues to unfold, highlighting a complex and deeply personal conflict within a highly profile family. So she is suing her mother mainly for the false imprisonment. Well, not imprisonment, institutionalization, for putting her in an institution for up to 2 weeks, stating that she was trying to take her own life. So I don't know if her mom is trying to get like power of attorney over her or what is the end game. I really don't know. It does sound very manipulative. During Tasha K's interview, Demore also talked about how her mom had her husband and her husband's nephews followed by men in cars and that had weapons on them and stuff like that. It just sounds like she's been controlled by this woman for quite some time. And she does have siblings. I think it's 5 of them total. So it's not just her. So I wonder what her siblings think. If her, siblings think that she's just in this lawsuit, or do her siblings think like, yeah, no, cuckoo, with Demore. But I have to say, I think Demore, I think she's telling the truth. I do not think that she's lying at all. I think she's being honest. The detail that she has and her story has stayed the same. She's interviewed on multiple platforms, and it seems like she's telling the truth thus far. So until I see something different, yeah, I'm team Demore at this point. I think Desiree Perez needs help and lots of it. Let this girl go. She's grown AF. Let her live her life. She wants to be with Javon. Let her be with Javon. Like, what business is that of yours? It just sounds like a cluster, and Desiree is doing nothing to fix the situation, in my opinion. So yeah, we are about to go over to coffee. We are 8 minutes late. We're about to go over to coffee. Okay. Since we're 8 minutes late, you might as well give me 10 more. Take a little break. Real quick, I'm gonna put that up. We have a very interesting show for today. Okay, so I'm gonna need y'all to get over to coffee and get over to coffee now. Okay, we will do a part 2 of this tomorrow. Read a little bit more of the lawsuit, and we'll get into other people like Nicki Minaj and others that have came forward in defense of Demore and her story. And we'll also highlight the other content creators that have interviewed her as well. But yeah, or is that the second live? Because I have 2 lives on YouTube we're doing tomorrow. One's on Diddy and etc. Because I saw that Tisa Fail said that Diddy gonna escape from jail, so we're gonna talk about that. But I say I'm on your road. I'm on your road. I love you guys. So obviously, I thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for the super stickers and liking the video, subscribing if you haven't subscribed already. I love you. 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 Again, y'all go over there and check out the interview with Demore Hadley on Tasha K. It's recent. She just put it up. So y'all make sure y'all get over there and check that out. I love y'all. See you on the next live in about 15 minutes. We'll be live over on Coffee. Check the community feed if you want to hit the link and come over. Did you pay? Did you pay? Did you pay? I love you guys. I'll see you on the next time. Until then, bye.